Welcome back to another episode of World War Selection. We're going to carry on grinding up the ladder. We're on about 58 points. It's the third game. And we're going to stick to the same strategy. Because at the moment what we're doing is basically what Danielson had to do for Mr. Miyagi. Wax on, wax off. And he was thinking, why am I doing this? This is boring. I want to fight. Like, what do I need to do this for? Because you're getting the muscle memories in. You're learning the first 10 minutes of war selection. Getting it down to a T. So you don't have to think about it. And you're understanding the fundamentals of how RTS games kind of work. Because if you only go for long games, you're not going to understand the beginning of the game as much, because this game could go on for an hour and a half. If you're spending that much time away from that first 10 minutes, then you're never going to really learn it. You're then spending 1 hour 20 minutes not to do with this part of the game, which this part of the game can win you the game as well if your opponent isn't ready or isn't as good, or is still a new player. So it comes down to wax on, wax off, basically. A bit of training. I mean, this will eventually now evolve into Bronze Age. But to get to Bronze Age while you've been doing warriors and you've been attacking and losing warriors, which means you got to use up food, and once you get your temple, you got no food to upgrade your workers to make the chicken or the rice farm. Then you're struggling, and even if you do have a little bit left, you're still going to be without food and not being able to produce for a while. Like, your population upgrade costs quite a bit. So by doing this strategy, you're getting that extra food. You're learning how to farm extra food from the beginning, using the scout to scout for the food, placing warehouses down so you know where they are, because it's quite hard to actually remember. I saw that from a Chinese player and I thought, that's a freaking good idea. Like, it's genius. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's the best thing you can do. Because even now, am I looking at over in the top left? There's some cows. I see it now. So I'm going to place a warehouse down. So at the moment, I've got a mammoth on the south somewhere, some fish, and I think something else. I think more cows. So that's a decent amount of food right there, ready. So that means I can get a max army while in Stone Age, attack, lose it all, and then rebuild it. And if my opponent hasn't done the same, and we've exchanged warriors, I'm going to have more food, I'm going to have more warriors, I'm going to be able to get my supply upgrade up quicker once I get the temple, and then get to that 90 pop of warriors. I'll get my 3 pits down. I tend to, once the worker is finished on the 5th hut and starts building a pit, I send 1 more worker to that pit so I could just get that out a little bit faster if my food's good enough. Usually it's okay. And then I can get the boots upgrade quicker, while the other 2, then I split those 2 workers to build the pits, the other 2 pits separately. So that way they're both done at the same time, and once the boots upgrade done, I'm pumping out 3 warriors at a time. And then that gives me a slight bit of time whilst the boots are being researched to then get the 6th hut and all the others. Like you just send 1 worker, and eventually when the pits are done, the workers then run off to start building more huts, and then you run out of money. You kind of have to control that a bit. With this strategy, as I said, I'm sticking to 27 supply, which is 26 workers, 1 scout, and then the rest warriors. Now, eventually, when this evolves, you'll be getting more workers. You'll be squeezing out more workers, which makes it a lot easier to then spread your workers out to try and get extra food. But when you got only 26 workers, it's a fine line between getting enough wood to get them huts down, getting enough workers on them berries to get the flow of the food going, and then send enough workers to try and build a warehouse, which costs wood, while you're still building huts, and then let them farm food. And all the workers now finished on the berries. Now that was bad. I start realizing that nowadays, and what I do is I thin it out as the berries are finishing. I thin out the workers there, and you've got to send the workers straight to the extra food. So first lot of warriors quickly. The safe option is to kill the animals with the first warriors that come out. Get it ready. It does all depends on what kind of animals and food is around. If it's just cows, then you don't need any warriors. If it's just fish, you don't need any warriors. But mammoths and boars, and when there's tigers in the way and alligators, you need to get the warriors out. Now the question is, could you delay that a bit? Send the first lot of warriors out to the enemy base, I don't know, like 10 warriors or something, and then the next 10 lot of warriors, or a little bit less, you could start killing the animals. That all kind of depends on how much food you have. Like, for example, if you're about to run out of berries and you haven't had any extra food, you're going to run out of food while you're getting the upgrades. I would imagine, yeah, probably will. So you have to be on it quick. Like, as you go and attack the animals with the second lot of warriors, you need to send workers there ready. The warehouse should be going down before the animal's dead, and then as soon as the animal's dead, the workers finish the warehouse and they go and get all the food. Our opponent in this one has rushed to Europe, didn't scout, didn't expect to be attacked, and you should go down pretty easily. Now I've set up all my food. Got 3 spots or 4, so that should be plenty enough. So at this moment I could terminate it. GG. At this moment my wood's good. I could either 2 options here. If my opponent's looking like he's getting pits and he's going to attack me, I'll get bulwarks down. In my main base, missing mammoths there. In my main base, and wherever I'm getting extra food, just 4 or 5 I'll place down around where the food is, ton load near the main base, and then once that's done, making sure I'm getting good supply of wood, get my temple down and slowly upgrade. And meanwhile, as long as I've kept my food safe, we get 23 points for that. As long as I kept my food safe, I can pump out more units. So whatever he throws at me, I can throw back at him. And once I get to the temple, I'm just comfortable. I can get my supply upgrade. I can still pump out units. It's the best way. Right, next game. We're at 81 points. Don't think the search was too long in this one. So quick fast games, quick fast games. Wax on, wax off. That's a pretty decent spot for the warehouse. Good start so far. Nice block there with the huts. So this area is kind of safe. Put one more building here and that'll be pretty good. A little bit slow and waypointing the... I think because I went to build the huts in, and when you waypoint you waste time a bit. Because then you got to grab the workers from the berries and build a warehouse. So I kind of went for the warehouse a little bit quicker there, which hopefully might work out better food wise. Got a decent amount so far. We're going to go scout, see what we can find. Two boars. I think we're playing the same guy we've played. Oh no. So I went for the tree upgrade first. So we're still doing that. Decent amount of wood there because we got a good warehouse and the altar's pretty close as well. Oh, just missed a deer. Oh, there's a few deers. He scouted me. God damn, missed that deer. Ooh, look at that. Juicy. Double mammoth. Got to be careful with double mammoth. Don't want to pull them both together. Fighting two of them is no good idea. Yeah, I'm covering up my altar. I'm going to protect it as best I can. It's another thing, another reason why you need to play like this. The wax on, wax off still works for building. You need to learn how to build, the way to put your buildings so they're defensive. I think I just blocked myself in. Did I block myself in? Oh no, I didn't. There's a little gap. If I'm playing I think I played like 20 of these games like this, and it just improves your building. You do that more solid, early defensive play for your altar and workers. Of course, always leaving a bit of room for your bulwarks if you need them. Oh, this guy's got some pits. I'm waiting for that stone cutter to finish so I can get the upgrades. I have no space to put bloody huts. And then I got distracted and this happened. No. The idea was good. The execution was bad. See, at this moment, I should be sending workers start building that warehouse before that elephant is dead. That would be the better play. I think that is my only food as well, which means I'm going to need to protect that area, which is a good area because it's a choke as well. It's a big choke, but it's a choke nevertheless. Opponent's gone for early temple with pits, so that it kind of will slow him down, but then he will outproduce me if I let him. Send a ton of workers now. So we're a little bit late with food. We've run out of food. Look, like as I said, look, the berries. Too many on the berries. I should have been sending all of them. They just don't work when there's too many. Which is later on why I'm going to start getting the berry upgrade first, so I can make use of it faster. Got my 3 spots for foods. That's probably about 3,000, 5,000 worth of food there. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's enough to do a few attacks, get the temple up comfortably, get some bulwarks up, and get your population upgrade, and then max out. Literally, that's all you need. So that means you save so much on the chicken farm by not needing to waste wood on chickens. A lot of wood, and that wood would then be used for upgrading houses, upgrading temple, upgrading your bulwarks, the towers, and getting more pits. And now you've got enough wood, you could just transform them into bronze barracks. He obviously he has never practiced how to build a proper base, protective base. He's done a wall. Well, there was a gap in it, but this is not how to do it. I run around making his workers run and not mine for a bit while my upgrades were finishing, and then once the upgrades are finished, going for the kill. Because if he's running around, he's not mining whilst I am. So making workers run around is just as good as killing them, but it's temporary. So missed a few animals, but there's a lot of alligators there. Not much else. I mean, I got all the food that I could possibly get, that I need to get. I lost all the workers there. There's 4 workers lost. Yeah. I also have to work on getting that warehouse for the wood, so my wood flows, because I haven't got many workers on wood, so I need that warehouse close to the wood so it can farm the wood a lot better. So I hope you enjoyed that. Until the next one.